Hello guys. Okay, I want to talk about CV curation. You know, most of the times you keep applying for jobs and all that. When you have the wrong CV and what is supposed to be there, it will not look as if um, you don't know what you're doing, or why are these people not reaching out to me and all that. At least get called for interview. Then first of all, okay, you have passed it and all that. And again, the interview aspect, do you get? So this interview aspect now is that, okay, you have passed one, then you want to like go to another one. So today we are going to talk about CV creation and what you ought to do, and more especially for those who are virtual assistant like me, because when I started this my YouTube career hub, Vivian Career Hub, my aim is to impart to others what I have learned. I paid money for this. I have paid a whole lot and all that. So I want my content to center on that. Although it's a growing, still a growing channel and all that. But I know one day, the right people will come across it and it's going to help them. At least I am providing a little solution with your data. You can be able to just quickly watch on it, even though that I may not really go deeper into it. But if you want to know more about it, I can have one-on-one class where you will pay for it and all that. But for this career hub, it's just to tell us the do's and don'ts of what, of CV creation. So let me quickly open one of my CV. This thing, let's see what is obtainable, what we should do. I think I have to my resume. Okay, now this is my CV, you get. And again, when you're writing a CV, you definitely had to do what, to go to, what's it called, you have to go to um the job description that you're applying for, pending on the skills that you have. So before you go and apply for job and all that, you will see that you are matched. Like if you're applying for places like LinkedIn now, you will see that most times they will send you a message, you are a top match for this, you are this, you're that. Assuming you do not have that and you want to manually check jobs you can apply, always go for what, the job description, for you to know. So each application you make sure that you tailor your CV to match that specific job. Do you get? Now this is my CV, my name, an address and all that. So I'm going to use this CV to talk about what I want to teach today. Now this is not for like a what do they call it, for a virtual assistant. So I have been applying like this before until I was recently taught that as a virtual assistant, your CV is supposed to look in a certain way. So this is my name. Then this is how I've been applying. This is my address here in Abuja, and this is my email and my number. Now, professional summary. So this is where I talk about myself: client focused, detail oriented, virtual assistant and data specialist with over 7 years of experience in administrative management, data analysis and support, project support across development and private sectors. Yes, I didn't just, in as much as I optimize my CV, these things are real. Sometimes people will just go and put a vague this thing or something that they have not done or have no knowledge about. So this is my professional summary of what I can do or what I have done, and these are my core skills. You get? Now, these are my professional experience. These are the jobs I have done in the past. Do you get? Then you continue your certifications, the trainings I have had over the years. This is my education and all that. Now, for the sake of what I'm about to talk today, is about CV creation for virtual assistants. Probably it can also help another person. So I will still come back here, but I just want to let me minimize it. So I want to talk about writing your CV using what? Google Docs. These are Google tools. So this place is Google Docs, that you can write your CV using Google Docs. And again, in writing your CV, know that some CVs, there is what they call applicant tracking system, ATS. These are some of the things when you apply online. Some organizations, they have it. It's part of a CRM, communication, whatever tools, relations management and all that some organization use. So when your CV do not pass ATS, that means that's when they will just struck it out or throw away your this thing. You will not get any response from them and all that, because either, sometimes you go to apply for job and you see that the location of that job, you are not from that place and you went ahead, or the job description does not match your CV and all that. And another thing, this ATS does not encourage you to have what they call, let me see whether we can use this sample. Let me see whether there is something. Okay, like now here you are seeing this no reply email. This is just like, I'm trying to give you something here. This is just a template. Now for ATS, if I decide to use a colored font here, so ATS does not require what? Colored font. So you're using colored font like this one to use it to go and be typing. No, it will not accept it. It's going to fling your whatever away. So you can come to Google Doc like this and do what? And write your CV. Do you get? So because it has so many things, writing it on Google Docs, it has so many, what do I say? It has specific some features you can use. You understand? Like now, after writing your this, you can share your CV. That's why sometimes they ask you, there are some places you will apply for job and they will be asking you that you should share the link to your CV. So these are some of the features that you don't need to go and start loading and all that. All you need to do is come here, you grant access for everything, anyone with the link, and the person with the link will now view it. You put it on view, not as editor, not as a commenter. Do you get? Because it's a CV, this is, then you copy the link and send to that particular place they ask you to do that. So these are some of the features in Google Docs that can help you to do what? To write your CV very well. If you check all these things, it has what you can use. This is like highlight color or something. But remember, I said that for your CV to pass ATS, it does not need what? A color font. It can have a colorful background, but not a font. You are not supposed to use a font for it. Now we are going back to my CV. We are going back to the CV that I showed before. Oh, I'm sorry about this. We are going back to the CV. Okay, we're going back to the CV. Now, you have no business putting your address as what? As a virtual assistant, because you know you're working remotely. So sometimes your location does not matter. Do you get? So if they say global and the client did not specify the country in which they are going to work with and all that, so you see it has favored you and all that. So all you need to do after this my name, Vivian Ndidiaka, immediately under it is just your what? Your email, then your LinkedIn profile, not even this number. Like I said, now there are things I have been doing wrongly and all that. So I am also going to do what? I have already done my this. I'm still in the process of, trying to build up my CV for the virtual assistant work. But this one basically is for the jobs maybe I do on, hybrid or on-site jobs and all that. So you see, after your name, you have no business putting behind Yellow Moss, Arabro, Kubo, Abuja and all that. No, you have no business about that. And just after this my name, all that's supposed to be followed is what? My email. After my email, my LinkedIn what? Profile. So when you now come to professional summary, this one I was taught and I have seen it has worked, that this place is actually what? Not the right thing to do. So when you come to professional summary, you tell them how I can help a client. And when I was having this trend, I say yes, it's actually real. Because do you get professional summary, what I have actually done? Just explain in detail. Do not write with this regular this over 7 years and all that. Tell the client how you can help them. Do you get? Then when you now come to core skills, pick your competence, not necessarily your skills. What are you competent about? You can pick 4 competence and 10 skills. You can say competence this thing. You can say you are organized, client retainment this thing. You can pay attention to detail and easy to learn new tools or new skills and all that. These are your core words. These are your competence. Then before you can now mention your skills, your technical skills now. So your core competence, you list it. It can be 4. Then when you are now talking about your core skills, it can be a whole lot. Now I only mention core skills, but I did not mention what? Competence. I don't know whether we are getting it. So in core technical skills, you list all the tools that you have learned, the ones you have learned before, and also the tools you have used. So like here now, as a data analyst, I have learned and have used Excel, Power BI, Python and PostgreSQL. In calendar management, I have used Google Workspace. Do you get? And Airtable and HubSpot. Lead generation in cold calling, I have used it using Prospect and Apollo, and I have learned how to use it. Project monitoring and reporting is also part of data. You can use Excel, you can use inventory, you can use some of these things. So the tools now, look at it. I didn't even mention I have used Zoom, Slack is for communication, Asana, Canva, Trello, Google Workspace. There are a whole lot of tools that I have used, and all these software tools that I have used. I can go ahead and list the tools. Then when you now come to professional experience, do not use colors. Do not just give brief experience with the companies that you have worked with. That you should not write all this delivered accurate this thing. It should be like what you helped the company to do, the achievement. Do not write the location if it's not a remote job. Like now all this place, I cannot just come and say let's say I work this job in Abuja, then I will now come and start talking about it in a different. No, if it's not remote, leave it like that. So give the number of staffing in that organization. These are the things now. Like I'm going to rebrand the whole of this my work experience I have had here. Then give experience, write it like a result. I spearheaded, I helped and generated so this thing. Like this Society for Family Health now is an on-site job, you understand. So in this place now, what did we achieve at the end of the day? This particular project was talking about, this was when I was doing program management with NGOs and all that. This is for Society for Family Health. And the essence of this A360 project is to help to cut down or ameliorate the child spacing, or to teach people the northern 18, all these northern Arewa matters, matter Samata Arewa or something like that in Hausa. Sorry for the bad thing, but someone who is Hausa will understand what I'm trying to say. Like teaching about child spacing, for them to space their child and all that. Some of them, because of this in family planning. So this was the essence, to curtail frequent birthing and all that, even when some of these children, because they are young adolescents who got married to elderly people and all that, and because of the age of the husband, they want to like start giving birth and all that, and not necessarily child spacing. So in this place now, what I'm supposed to talk about is how that project, how the achievement, the sensitization we did and all that, was it effective and all that. So do not explain job description, explain achievement, what we were able to do, what to do. So I'm also teaching you that. Now then, when you come to education, put in your highest education. Even though my master's is still in review or in view or something like that, so my highest now is BSc. Then the certifications that you have heard, see, now I put education, although I did diploma in law and all that, BSc sociology and all that, but the highest for now is this BSc what, sociology. Then certifications and trainings. I have had several trainings in project management, diploma in data analysis, graduate internship development, healthcare, and this Florence Academy in the UK and all that. These are online courses I did. I have over 10 certifications from this Florence Academy, you get. So I just listed small here. Then conflict resolution training, Missouri, Germany and all that, cancer eradication training and all that. So these are the things you put it. So anytime you are applying for any particular job, just like I have said, you have to tailor it to fit that particular job. And how do you tailor it? You tailor it through what? The job description. So you use the job description to tailor your CV. Do you get? So as a freelancer, you have no business doing only 3 jobs and all that. So keep applying and all that. You can be doing more than. There is this job that I got as an intern. I just wanted to test run virtual assistant work and all that. These people, they dey for UK. The money is there. I think $300 a month and all that. But guy, they put me on trial. I'm on trial for 6 weeks, and that 6 weeks is for free, 60 hours a week. I was becoming so exhausted and all that. Then I had to stop the job, because each time I post job for them, my social media account get flagged down and all that. I said, let me just, there are people who, there are jobs you can do, $3, the entry level, $3 per hour, $10, $11, $8, and so on and so forth, as you grow and all that. So this is all I want to talk about CV creation and all that. And I hope that this little one I have presented here will go a long way. So feel free, if you have any questions and all that, and you want to ask, you can drop it on the comment section when I post this on my YouTube. So that is it.